What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my Married to Medicine Season 8, Episode 15 review. So we picked up exactly where we left off last week with Heavenly and Lisa Nicole going at it on her RV. Heavenly trying to get off the goddamn bus in the middle of nowhere. Quiet was like, you ain't going nowhere. And she was like, you gonna come with me? And she was like, yeah, I'll come with you. Lisa steady going off, telling them, that's why you got 2 stars. And Quad was like, in her confession, she has 3.9. So I don't know where she getting this to. Now, I watched the interview. Everybody in the comment section was telling me to watch on Lisa Nicole spilling all the behind the scenes tea. And she mentioned this website that you can go on to get the doctor's ratings. And when I did go on Heavenly, she did have a lot of negative reviews from patients. Jackie and Simone had, pretty good, reviews, but Heavenly did have a lot of negative reviews under her thing. And I can see it because that bitch rude as fuck. So at some point they end up calming down and everybody sit down just eating snacks and shit. They stop at a gas station and of course Groot get out to pump the gas because she just got to prove how strong and manly she is. So after a 9-hour fucking ride on that sweltering ass RV, they get to Jekyll Island, which I want to go to now, I think, for my birthday. I can't decide where I want to go. But it looked really beautiful and just quaint and just peaceful and quiet. So everybody checks into their rooms, and the next day, Groot tells Heavenly that she talked to Toya, and that Toya said that, she was disappointed about the lack of a relationship that she and Heavenly have now. And Heavenly was like, so Toya can say all the shit that she want to say, but want to be hurt when you respond. So Groot tells her, just to be the adult about the situation, be the bigger person, and just try to work things out. So Toya is by the pool talking to Eugene when Heavenly sees her and comes over and sits by her. And Toya compliments her eyeshadow. And Heavenly's like, look at you being nice. So Toya was like, I thought I was always nice. And Heavenly says, you've been mean to me. So Toya was like, I looked up to you, when we first, hooked up with y'all. Me and Eugene looked up to you guys. You all were the perfect example of, a doctor and a wife and, just black people making it. And we looked up to you. And, when I brought up our finances, you made fun of it. And Heaven was like, I did. I did. So Toya was like, that hurt Eugene and I. It really hurt Eugene because, we looked up to y'all. So Heaven was like, Damon always said he was proud of y'all. So it was like, Damon says that, but basically not you. So Heavenly was like, I'm proud of you, and I apologize to you. So Toya was like, I apologize too when they make up or whatever. Of course, that little makeup ain't last worth a goddamn long time because I believe that at the reunion they gonna go at it. So girl, you can just chalk that friendship up as a loss at this point because reality television ruins everything. So Contessa, Groot, and Quad take a walk. And Contessa tells them about, the conversation that she had with Scott before they went on a trip about this whole therapy situation and him telling her that he's been talking to a woman on the phone that he don't pay. And she was like, how you link up with this person, like a DM situation, which really would have made it even worse that you sit up here talking to a complete stranger. Okay, like okay. So Contessa was like, I don't think he's cheating. Because Quada was like, do you think he's cheating? She was like, I don't think he's cheating. I think it's an inappropriate conversation with another woman. Bitch, that is cheating. Like, the fuck are you talking about, Contessa? Contessa proved to me this episode that she's a dumbass, or either she's playing like a dumbass so she can use this shit in court against this motherfucker when she finally do decide to file for divorce or whatever. She either a damn good actress and thinking strategically, or she a dumb asshole. So Jackie peeps that Contessa keeps throwing stuff out there about him cheating or whatever. So Contessa's like, I'm gonna keep my head in the sand. And I'm looking at the television like, you said what now? You gonna keep your head in the sand, so you just gonna pretend like this shit ain't happening, and it's blatantly in your face that some shit is going down with your husband, and now that you know that he full on well talks to another woman on the phone, you just gonna act like the shit ain't happening. Okay, if you like it, I love it. If you won't be done, bitch, I'm gonna be done right along with you. But I hope that she is playing this shit up for the camera so she can use this pitiful wife that got cheated on against him in court. Because other than that, I can't fool with your big ass up here acting like you the goddamn giraffe from Toys R Us. Okay. So she says that she's not happy with the state of their marriage. And Contessa was like, Layla, her daughter, said stuff like, Daddy has a girlfriend. The kids can feel it. I feel like, if you wait it out, if I wait it out, he'll come around. And she crying or whatever. And she was like, because who says that the other side is better? So like I said, if either Contessa is the next Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, or she the next Rashida. I don't know which one we swinging at this point. All I know is, girl, I could punch you in your forehead. So all the ladies gather at the bar when Anila arrives, and Toya is not happy about seeing her. So before dinner, Quad and Groot tell Simone that they're concerned about Contessa and the state of her marriage, and they tell her about the whole Scott thing. So Simone in her confession was like, I had no idea the extent of the problems and that a third party might be involved. So Contessa calls to check on the kids and Scott or whatever. She has them on FaceTime. The kids is laying in bed with Scott. And one of the girls was like, guess what, Mom? I got something to tell you. And she was like, what? She was like, whatever the other little girl wanted to call you. And she was like, you want to call Dr. Scott's girlfriend? Which one or whatever. And she was like, that's not funny. Daddies don't have girlfriends. And meanwhile, Scott in the bed just laughing about the shit. And she was like, that's not funny. Like, he needs to be correcting him. Well, bitch, the fact that he ain't correcting him tells you everything. He probably the type of nigga that take your kids around that bitch. Girl, if y'all ain't read my Camera Gray series, you better. Contessa, girl, your kids is trying to tell you. God is trying to tell you something from the mouths of babes. Child, you better pay attention. So, everyone gets to dinner, and Kari suggests they play a game where they write down rumors that they've heard about the other girls. So they start playing a game, and one of the things was I heard Toya was bisexual. And she was like, I never said I was bisexual. And she never said she was bisexual. She just said that she was basically like very sexually adventurous back in the day before she got married. So somebody asked her, if you could sleep with a woman right now, who would it be? And she was like, Jada Pinkett. So the producers asked the ladies in their confessionals if they could sleep with a woman, who would they choose? And majority of them was like, maybe one of the girls said one person, and then Jackie was like nobody, Simone was like nobody, or something like that. But child, here come Contessa ass. She named a whole motherfucking basketball team full of bitches. She was like, I'll fuck Angela Bassett, I'll fuck Jada Pinkett, I would fuck Britney Spears, I would fuck Christina Aguilera, I would fuck Halle Berry, bitch, I would fuck Dame Dame Judi Dench. I would fuck Joan Rivers, bitch. I would fuck Keisha Irving, bitch. I mean, she named everybody. I fuck Madonna, bitch. I fuck Marie Antoinette, bitch. I fuck Harriet Tubman. I'm like, goddamn, Contessa, like, live your truth, bitch, and live your truth. So, Kari was like, rumor has that Lisa and Kari stole Anila's money from DC. Everybody started cracking up. And Anila was like, I did have $400 lost. So they show us the footage where she was in the room looking for this $400. So Contessa was like, you don't really think they stole it? And she was like, I'm not accusing anyone, but y'all did get dressed in my room. So they show where Lisa Nicole and Kari were getting dressed in the room or whatever. I don't bit more believe neither one of them women stole your goddamn money, girl. Get somewhere and sit down. Either you misplaced it, or how about one of the staff members could have taken it that was in there doing hair or whatever. Or you probably, with your dingbat ass, your husband might have took it out your purse, so you don't spend no fucking money. So, but to accuse your cast members of stealing from you, like, Anila, if you don't have several motherfucking seats and both of them hoes got more money than your ass, but okay. So, Contessa was like, in her confessional, $400 ain't shit. And not to Lisa Nicole, she'll steal your husband before she steal $400. So Anila and Lisa argue about this little $400, and Lisa was like, "Girl, I'm not about to do this with you. Like, have several." So Anila was like, "Honestly, I didn't want to bring this up." Lisa was like, "Anila, don't." And she was like, "I mean, I did do stories for you, and I didn't get paid." So Lisa says that she didn't see the stories. And Quad was like, "Did you give her your rates?" And she was like, "Yes." And I remember correctly, that Anila, when they first talked about her, doing promotions for her, told her her rates or whatever. So Simone was like, when you're doing business, nobody's going to ask you to send them an invoice, because that's what Anila said. She was like, "You didn't never ask me for the invoice. I shouldn't have to, bitch. You supposed to send me the invoice. Like, the fuck are you talking about? You don't know how to handle your business," which lets me know that you don't know how to hold on to your money, which also lets me know that your ass probably lost it or misplaced it, and did nobody steal shit from you. So Lisa was like, "Why would I pay you when I gave you 2 dresses for free? At the end of the day, bitch, just send a fucking invoice." So that conversation is dead. Then somehow Anila and Toya get the argument. And Toya was like, "I just need a minute, a moment before, me and you can sit down and talk." And Anila tells her that she's not the victim, and that basically she needs to be apologizing to her because she did her wrong. And it's a whole big thing. And Group was like, "You know what? I've had enough of you bitches. My tree bark is starting to itch, and it's time for us to go back to the fucking hotel. So everybody get up and leave, child." And that was the end of the episode. So next week episode, like, it's about to be some shit, because they gonna confront Scott about his philandering ass ways. I give last night's episode of Married to Medicine overall a C-. It was cute for what it was, gave us a little bit of what we needed, but it didn't give all that needed to be gave. Yeah, that's it. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell button. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.